Driving through the Schertz and Greater San Antonio corridors means navigating high-speed commuter traffic. On stretches like Interstate 35, you're often boxed in by speeding passenger cars and heavy commercial freight. When an engine stalls or a tire blows in that environment, your priorities shift instantly. A strict daily schedule becomes irrelevant. Sitting in a disabled vehicle on a narrow shoulder exposes you to thousands of pounds of metal flying by 70 miles an hour, making every minute of waiting feel like an hour. Faced with this sudden threat, most drivers have a predictable reaction. They search for a generic 1-800 National Dispatch Center. This illustrates the structural problem with that instinct. When you dial a national chain, your call routes to a centralized hub hundreds of miles away. That distant dispatcher then searches for an available third-party contractor somewhere in your state, hoping one is nearby. Relying on this disconnected web creates a vacuum of time. While algorithms search for a contractor, you are left sitting on the side of the highway, allowing a simple mechanical delay to escalate into a prolonged roadside hazard. You can bypass that national routing network by calling a locally based dispatch team, like Schertz Towing, directly. A local dispatcher doesn't need to look up a map of South Central Texas. They already know the current construction delays on I-35 and anticipate the bottlenecks near FM 3009. This localized map shows how geographic expertise translates into speed. A local team identifies the congested zones and routes a recovery vehicle along a clear path, reaching your stranded car without getting stuck in the same traffic that caused your delay. Cutting down wait time is about safety. The goal is minimizing the minutes you and your passengers are exposed to passing highway traffic. Geographic proximity and direct local knowledge act as the first filter that prevents a roadside hazard from escalating. We can measure the exact impact by looking at the time costs of attempting do-it-yourself fixes versus calling in professional assistance. This chart illustrates the difference in resolution times. Changing a flat tire yourself on an uneven highway shoulder typically takes 30 to 45 minutes. A professional responder arriving with high-visibility gear and heavy-duty jacks reduces that exposure to just 10 to 15 minutes. In a dead battery scenario, waiting on the side of the road for a stranger to provide a jump can take hours. A professional response team resolves the issue in under 10 minutes. Beyond the time lost, amateur jump starts carry severe mechanical risks. Modern vehicles use sensitive electronic control modules that can be fried by power surges. Professionals avoid this by using regulated jump packs that deliver the exact required amperage safely. This need for specialized equipment is even more critical for commercial drivers. Standard tow trucks lack the capacity to move fully loaded tractor-trailers or heavy machinery. A disabled commercial vehicle disrupts supply chains and eats into profit margins. Local heavy-duty recovery operations deploy the massive winching and high-capacity equipment required to clear that freight and get the driver back to work. Applying the specialized gear at high speed shifts the physical risk profile of any breakdown, turning a dangerous liability into a managed recovery. Even with fast trucks, another factor delays recovery: the driver's hesitation to call for help due to the fear of predatory pricing. Reputable local providers remove this psychological barrier by issuing clear, upfront estimates before dispatching a truck. Once the financial anxiety is gone, professional customer care takes over. A calm dispatcher helps a stranded driver communicate their location and make sound safety decisions. Honest pricing is a functional component of emergency speed because it removes the friction of hesitation, allowing the recovery process to start immediately. Utilizing local expertise stops the ticking clock of highway exposure. The process compresses a chaotic emergency into a manageable, routine procedure. Getting off the road quickly prevents secondary catastrophes, from pedestrian danger on active interstates to the permanent engine damage caused by forcing an overheated car to keep driving. Preparation removes the chaos from a roadside emergency. By identifying a trusted provider before a failure happens, you eliminate the panic of searching for help while stranded on an active shoulder. You can build that defense right now. Save Schertz Towing into your phone's contacts at 210-796-7869. Storing local expertise in your pocket acts as a zero-cost insurance policy. When the breakdown happens, you can instantly reclaim control over your time and your safety.